All right, let's keep it on East Palestine, Ohio right now. And the back-to-back trips by former President Donald Trump yesterday. And as you can see live, that's Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg having what looks like his Mike Dukakis moment with the helmet on there. That kind of burned Dukakis back in 1988. But he's on the ground in East Palestine.
Yes, and joining us now for more is Pennsylvania Congressman and member of the House Financial Services and Small Business Committees, Dan Meuser. Congressman, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Pennsylvania also feeling the impacts of this as it's within that radius of the impact of the derailment. Mm-hmm. Is this too little, too late for Buttigieg and the administration, especially after we saw that big visit from former President Trump yesterday?
Well, Jen, good morning. Rob, good morning. Great to be with you. Yeah, too little, too late, I think, tends to define this administration. This is a terrible disaster. The people there are afraid to shower. Farmers are afraid that people won't want to buy their produce. They show up for these for assistance, and it takes 5 hours to get a response from Norfolk Southern because Pete Buttigieg and the Biden administration and FEMA and all isn't there. So they're slow. They are late, and they are indecisive. That's what sums up very much this Biden administration. There's no one in charge. Look, when you have an incompetent cabinet secretary, and I was in the governor's cabinet, I know what difference that can make. You have an incompetent cabinet secretary that checks all the boxes, and but with no experience at all, and a completely indecisive president of the United States or CEO or total absence of leadership. This is what happens. Add woke to it, add all their wokeness to it, shows that they're just completely out of touch. They don't even like rural America.
Yeah, great point. And the Ohio River runs right into your state, runs right through downtown Pittsburgh. You ever watch a Steelers game? You're looking at part of the Ohio River there. Maggie Haberman was on CNN yesterday. Take a listen to her take on why former President Donald Trump made the visit to Ohio yesterday.
I mean, if this was not a Trump plus 20 district, as you just said, I don't think you would be seeing him there. If this was anything that was, much closer electorally, he has been looking for opportunities to put himself in the news cycle. We were just talking about fundraising and money that he's raised. His campaign has not raised a ton of money, and that is part of why you are not seeing him do big rallies, because those are very expensive. So he's looking for ways to put himself in and look as if he's, a contrasting president with President Biden. It can be very dicey when people show up when they have no actual role in a disaster. And so he's not known for his empathy to begin with. So we will see how this visit goes.
CNN made this mistake famously in 2016. They counted Donald Trump out. Basically, they ignored him, thinking he would just go away, Congressman. Donald Trump looked pretty good yesterday in Ohio, if you ask me. What's your response to that assessment?
Well, it's ridiculous. President Trump is very in touch with America. You know why? Because he loves America. And when he says he was putting America first, he actually meant it. We have an administration now that's all about blame. Blame, blame, blame. Don't they know that runs counter to American intuition? Don't they know that we're a nation of pulling yourself up by your bootstraps and working hard can yield success? Those are phrases that has made America, and this woke mob and this Biden administration that puts their ideology well ahead of the people or outcomes, it shows how out of touch they are.